EVE Online has a unique player-led history spanning over a decade. Every participant, new and old, has a part to play in the endless narrative of New Eden, but there are some names which will never be forgotten, try as we might. Forged in the hellish fires of EVE Beta in ancient times, the feared figurehead of Mu Corporation, Lord Zap, began his reign of terror the moment the Tranquility server opened its connections to the public in May 2003. There's hundreds of players, lured by the concept of a vast open sci-fi universe, logged on for the first time to set about exploring the stars. Lord Zap and his band of merciless killers waited in the darkness. It was a slaughter. In a virgin universe where wide-eyed new players grappled with the myriad ship choices, endless equipment fitting options and unfamiliar game mechanics, they could not compete with these seasoned, well-drilled and well-equipped hunters. There were only a few of them. The Reverend, their CEO, Jort, Uev, Mikhail and others were like the horsemen of the apocalypse. Where there was one, there was bound to be more, and their appearance was a guarantee that things were about to go horribly wrong. But it was Lord Zap whose name held the most power and spread throughout the cluster, injecting fear into the hearts of many. He was EVE Online's Kaiser Soze. It was Lord Zap who was responsible for the most emotional moment of my gaming life, and my first ever ship loss in EVE, mid-June 2003. The Vexor cruiser I had mined for weeks to purchase was destroyed, still unfitted, so tragically eager was I to fly the thing. It was the Vexor's maiden voyage, when the sudden appearance of Lord Zap's battleship and the almost instant explosion of my ship and capsule so infuriated me that I rage quit for several days. On reflection, this was probably also the incident that showed me that a game could invoke such a heightened degree of real emotion and caused me to return. Lord Zap and company began to draw accusations of using exploits as they continued to terrorise the young population of New Eden. Unfazed, they cheerfully continued to kill and maintained a stranglehold on vital trade routes for weeks, leaving forums littered with impotent rage. Lord Zap had a then record-breaking bounty of 20 million ISK placed on his head. Mu was so effective that they even forced CCP developers to employ various tactics to curb their reign of terror, using dev hacks to instantaneously warp the piratical scourge to distant locations, splitting them up. One occasion even saw CCP devs entering the game under the guise of a live event to give Mu a smackdown firsthand. Eventually, CCP were forced to address flawed game mechanics which Mu were using with such brutal effectiveness, bringing about damage modifier stacking penalties, propulsion module revisions, Stargate sentry guns and a more effective Concord police response in high-sec. The legend of Lord Zap eventually waned as he fell into inactivity, giving way to a new generation of Mu pilots. A number of resurgences occurred, some involving Lord Zap and the original members, but in any case Mu's reputation alone was enough to spread fear through the cluster each time. Mu achieved many firsts, including the destruction of Tyrax Thork's unique gold magnate, an event recently brought to the fore. In the post-Lord Zap era of 2005, Mu Corp went on to be a founding member of the legendary but ill-fated Band of Brothers alliance. But that's another story.